this is complete totalitarian censorship.
So
this is freaking China.
So what this means is that for the next 3 months until May 29th, we will not be able to live stream over our Sanctuary Church Newfoundland, PA channel. We can upload the videos to the channel. So the channel has not been taken down. And this is just our first strike. And if we get 3 strikes during the 3-month period, then they will take the channel down. But this is just the first strike. So now, but yesterday anyway, didn't we live stream anyway yesterday? Yes, we live stream anyway on another YouTube channel. The same content on another YouTube channel. But I'm sorry, I'm having fun. I apologize. I'm having fun. This is great. This is war.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is very clear that they are trying to censor every opposing view.
Of course, yes.
Everything that goes against their civilization of control and propaganda and mind control and trying to sway people's minds and ideas and thoughts and beliefs so that it fits with their communist, immoral, socialist, Marxist framework, and of course political Satanist framework. And of course this is interesting because this is happening on the micro and macro. They're also banning Alex Jones.
Yes.
They're banging forwards, and we're such a small channel compared to those huge channels.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would they be so threatened by a little religious ceremony, that happened in the backwoods of Pennsylvania somewhere?
Yes.
And this tiny little town that nobody's heard of, Newfoundland.
Never been in the news.
PA, never been in the news before. I mean, and through the cosmic blessing.
Yes.
Makes international news.
Yes.
But because it does so, mm-hmm. and it shows the kingdom that is coming, these Satanists are so afraid that they're flagging our channel. They're trying to shut down our voices, shut down the Constitution, shut down religious ceremonies.
Yes.
I mean, they're trying to shut down. They'll let people scream Allahu Akbar and rape migrants and put that up on Facebook streaming live.
Yes.
They'll allow people to do basically put porno videos up live.
Yes.
Okay? Filming themselves having sex or whatever.
Or committing suicide, committing murder.
Suicide.
Yes.
They won't take these out.
Gang raping someone. Oh yeah, that's no problem.
All that stuff is fine, but they can't show solemn religious ceremony with classical music. Oh my gosh. Why? Because oh my gosh, they totally are. They are. What is it? They're freaking out.
Yes, they are.
They are freaking out about this message.
Yes, we have them on the run.
This is making them literally crap their pants, crap their britches. They are freaking out. They are literally having diarrhea time. They're having diarrhea episodes.
Yes. Yes.
And they're trying to say, where's the ammonium AD? Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Totalitarian YouTube.
It is war.
Oh my goodness, this is you're just such a tiny little channel, a tiny little ministry out there in Pennsylvania. The leftist lunatics are so progressive. They're so open and tolerant of other views. They're so loving. They're so open-minded. At least that's what they've told us. And of course, now we see Zuckerberg allying with China. He said he's already negotiated a contract where he will give all your information. The cloud will be given to China. Folks, did you hear? I mean, that's great. The cloud where they store all the internet data. Okay, everything, including your address, your personal information, your photos, your bank account. Your passwords, everything is stored, even though you think that they're not. Everything is stored. They wouldn't even give that storage, they wouldn't even give that secret data to the FBI when the different massacres were happening. They wouldn't give anything to the FBI. They wouldn't give anything to the US government. But they've already negotiated a deal. They will give the cloud to China, folks. China. China that censors everything. It has an intranet. An internet that they control and only shows state-sponsored things. This is a China that also regulates human interaction by giving you a social score. And if you criticize Xi Jinping and call him Winnie the Pooh, which is illegal, by the way, and
Yes.
now the word N, I guess, is illegal. Or
They've
something like that.
banned the letter N.
They've banned the letter N. For what reason? I mean,
Yes.
what the heck? Anyways, so there, if you criticize Xi Jinping, your social rating goes down. Your social rating goes down. If you criticize the government, your social rating goes down. It goes down. If you praise the government, if you praise Xi Jinping, if you kiss his, despicable totalitarian, flat ashtray, then you get to get a higher social score. I mean, this is literally what the internet is becoming. They're talking about having free and open expression of ideas and being able to express yourselves by YouTube. What were we doing that was so violating of YouTube's community guidelines? We were showing a religious ceremony with classical music. What are they so... This is complete attack, complete, open, unadulterated censorship. Why? Because they totally fear. They are completely fearing the rod of iron. Wow. Boy, they fear the crowns of rod of iron. This is incredible. We're just a tiny little YouTube. We have like 2,000 subscribers.
2,000 subscribers, yes, just over 2,000. Yes.
I mean, we have like 2,000. What are they afraid of?
Alex Jones has 2 million.
Alex Jones has 2 million, okay?
We're 1,000th.
I mean, give me a break. And they want to shut us down because we have a small religious ceremony
Yes.
with classical music playing, with, silk robes and gowns, and crowns and rods of iron.
Yes. Wow.
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 Holy crap.
Yes.
Folks, we are under attack. We may have to be on the run on YouTube. We may have to be changing from channel to channel as they're trying to catch up with us and trying to ban us, like literally like in the Matrix, where the AI synthetic machines and the agents are trying to chase you down in this plugged in matrix that you have to get in and get out of. I mean, they are literally chasing us down because we had a religious ceremony with classical music. And Handel's, was it Handel?
Handel's, yes, Messiah. Handel's Messiah.
Handel's
yes.
Messiah. Wow. They are completely terrified of the sanctuary church. They are terrified of the crowns of rod of iron. They are terrified that Christians may see this. They're terrified that these things may go viral. They're terrified of the mass media coverage worldwide that cover this, from the BBC to the New York Times, you name it.
AP.
U.S. News Daily, you name it.
CBS News, ABC News.
CBS, NBC, NBC. I mean, they are terrified. Golly, because if they look at it, they're like, crap. It's a multiracial church. There's it's not only white folks. There are Caucasian folks, there are black folks, there are Asian folks, but they can't have it. They can't have such a multiracial church that has such a historic message of freedom and human rights, and the poor man and the weak person to be able to defend themselves against the totalitarians and the mafias and the collusion and the corporate media and the criminal cartels that rule the world. Boy, because if the rod of iron and the crowns, which are biblical, all I do is pointing out. That's all I'm just pointing it out. But if that catches up, boy, oh boy, if the churches of this world start doing crowns and rod of iron ceremonies, they're finished. They are finished. Just the fact that the churches would rise up like that. Why? Because our government employees would realize they don't have a monopolization of force. And the government employees, because they have to follow the will of the people, if 150 million Americans would stand up, raise their voice, guilt shame those in the military and law enforcement that will go along with totalitarianism, guilt shame them, and praise the ones that will not. What will the 4 million government bureaucrats do? I mean, we are in the middle of civil war, folks. They are shutting down opposing ideas. They are shutting down other people with different views. They are shutting down people who are popular. They are shutting down even small sites like us. I mean, what other site that is this small that they're shutting down? They fear what can happen with this. They fear with their lives. Their power-grabbing, totalitarian, clutched, wraith-like hands, undead hands, they write articles on us saying, churchgoers clutch AR-15s in church service, something like that, right? Something they use the word clutch. They're the ones clutching with their vampiric, emaciated, long fingernailed hands, their illegitimate control, their illegitimate power, their subterfuge and military operations that are being done on the American people to break our backs, snap our spines, break our will, and mount us on the wall. Unbelievable, unprecedented, incredible. They are petrified of the Bible. They are petrified of the Word of God. They are petrified of the crowns of our mind. They're petrified, petrified, petrified. This is laughable. It's so pathetic. Talk about cyberbullying. Talk about cyber racism. Talk about cyber banning. And the patriots have to stick together or die separately. You hang together or you die separately in war, folks. You either stand together, lift your voice, raise it, download the video from the private sites and put it up on your channel and make 10, 15 channels of your own. We need all those in the kingdom to step up and spread this. Start a YouTube channel. We'll give you the links. Download to the ceremony. Put that ceremony up on your YouTube channel. And then make 10 backup ones. Or whatever, however many. Spread the ceremony. Satan is so scared of that ceremony. My gosh, I mean, the cosmic blessing for registration of the book of life. What a tremendous ceremony. Look how scared the devil is. Wow. He's banning us from YouTube. He's banning us from live streaming, so we can't deal with people who are interested, people who are listening on a face-to-face basis. There has to be like a 3-day time lag or a 3-month time lag. They get to use the internet while we have to use snail mail. This is complete Chi-Com, Chinese, pay-for-play, organ harvesting, dissent killing, criminalizing, genocidal, poor Asian people murdering, demonic totalitarian censorship. And Zuckerberg and all those fake idiots on YouTube that were caught by Project Veritas, caught openly in high-level meetings saying that they have to censor opposing views and ban people and put you on a dark list where you think you're posting stuff on Twitter, but nobody can see it. These liberals are not liberal. They're complete commies. They're complete Chi-Coms. They're complete totalitarians. If you disagree, you dare to have a different opinion, they will ban and censor you because their ideas are so pathetic and so weak and so evil and so immoral. And this is what we have to understand about socialism. You can't just argue with socialists and communists about the effectiveness of governance. Oh, you know, socialists failed here, socialists failed here, socialism failed here, communists failed here. That's not enough because the political saying is make a moral argument. They say that they're helping the poor. They say that through socialism, they're trying to get rid of income inequalities. They say they're fighting for social justice. Do you see how they're making moral arguments? They're not making effective arguments based on efficiency of government or productivity or gross national product, GNP. They're not making arguments based on effectiveness or economics, which is many times on the freedom side how people make arguments. Which is fine. I mean, we have to make those arguments and show by evidence that socialism, communism, and political Satanism fails every time it ends up in genocide all the time. That's important to show. But in the center of it all, we have to argue also on a moral level. Socialism in itself, the ideas of socialism are immoral. They are immoral. They're unethical. They are completely inhumane. Why are they immoral? Because you're saying rape is okay. You're saying you can forcefully use the use of force. You can use force to get what you want. You're saying you can use the power of government, which is force, to get resources and steal resources from other people that don't want to willingly give it. You're saying that theft is okay. You're essentially saying that rape is fine. Because you are saying, I want that, and I'm going to use something, government, that is. I'm going to use something, politicians, that is, whatever it is, but it's the use of force, to use force to steal it and give it to me. That is fundamentally immoral. And when the freedom movement starts understanding that you have to hit those stupid moral postures and virtue signaling little leftist commies, that's what they are. Pretending that they're moral, pretending that they're saving the planet and the orcas, pretending that they're saving the polar bear and the environment, pretending that they're saving, greens because they drink soy milk and they eat vegetarian foods. But they're totally totalitarian. They want to censor your views. They want to kill babies in abortion. They want to totally rule and reign over you. As they cackle with their little betas, gathered around their little soy boys and their little techies on their little computers playing video games and, watching pornos and having sex with AI dolls because they think that's cool because they're in a freaking AI cult. These people are the sickest, most degenerate, most pathetic, weak, and ugly troglodytes on the freaking planet. And they take and hijack technology as a force multiplier against those whom they see as a direct threat to them, an existential threat. Because they can't win the debates. They can't win the arguments. And in the end, their moral posture and pretend compassion becomes exposed for the immorality that funds and base their civilization on. That they are willing to use the use of force to get whatever the hell they want. You see that? Socialism is fundamentally immoral. You can't let your kids get away with thinking that democratic socialism is trendy and cool. It is a fundamentally immoral system. It's immoral. You can't let them get away by pretending that they're compassionate, because socialism pretends that it takes care of the poor, even though it creates even more income disparity, even though it creates a smaller elite class and a larger serf and slave caste wherever it goes in the world, in every single case. And then they'll always say, oh, well, that wasn't really perfect socialism. That was only a part socialism. But if it's implemented right, and if I get to implement it, it's gonna be perfect. Really? We can't argue on that level, because they won't give it up based on economic reasons and evidence. We have to guilt shame them for the immorality and the licentiousness and the wickedness and the evil by which they live in their civilizational world, which they're trying to create as their mass utopia, which is a really dystopian hell on earth. They are a fundamentally immoral group. They are a fundamentally unethical group. They are a fundamentally inhumane group. Ah, you see that? Now it's not as trendy to be socialist now, when everybody realizes your immorality. When everybody sees through the moral posturing and sees the unethical nature, the fundamental philosophical unethicality of socialism, communism, political state, you name it. It is fundamentally evil. It is fundamentally rape. It is fundamentally theft. And they have no problem using the force of government to even kill you if you have the wrong view. Look at China, case in point. And Zuckerberg is giving the cloud to China? He's giving the keys and your bank account and your passwords and all your information to totalitarian China? That's like giving it to Kim Jong-un. Because China's his boss. Oh my goodness. These are the, quote, liberal trinities of Silicon Valley who love you and want to promote your ideas. They even call their thing called YouTube so you can express your ideas and your views. You just can't have opposite views. Then, otherwise they'll shut your ashtray down. Oh, so liberal. Oh, so trendy. Oh, so open-minded. Oh, so tolerant. Oh, they're so big in their hearts. Oh, they're so moral. Oh, they're so compassionate. Wow. We are under total attack. Total attack. And it's just like drone swarm technology. The more they attack, the more we're going to disperse and create hundreds of channels, and the more everybody out there is going to create hundreds of channels, download our stuff, download the ceremony, put it up on their channels. The more they try to totalitarian stomp on people, the more we will disperse, disappear into the wilderness, but reappear in all different facets and formulations. But we need everybody's help. Get the link. Make 10 YouTube channels or whatever, at least, a couple of them. Put them up on one. Spread them to whoever you know. Ban videos. You can even title the video, banned from YouTube.
Yes.
Religious ceremony banned from YouTube.
Yes.
You can just write banned in big letters or exposed and YouTube bans religious ceremony with classical music.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, these people are ridiculous, folks. They're completely insane. They're on power trip. They're on the drug dopamine of power. They're just totally power lusting, hard-ons for totalitarianism, hard-ons for communism, hard-ons for socialism, hard-ons for 80 million dead by Mao, hard-on by killing Asian poor people, hard-ons of killing Africans and blacks under socialist hellholes and centralized hellholes. I mean, these people they are demons. They are total demons. Wow, and they are so scared. That's what's so hilarious. They are so scared. They're scared of this church out here in the middle of nowhere, northeastern Pennsylvania, in a backwoods hillbilly country. They call us a hillbilly moon boys. They call us the Korean rednecks. It's so wilderness out here. We like a hunting, we like a fishing, we like a trapping, we like shooting. Oh, Lord. We got some Korean rednecks up in this part. We go hillbilly shooting with the local hillbillies up in this place. Oh my gosh, and they can't have it. They can't have poor Asian people shooting. They can't have Asians and whites and blacks all coming together for peace and world peace and unity upon the principles of God-given natural rights and human rights. They can't have it.
Can't have that.
They can't have poor Asian people, dark-skinned Asian people, blacks and whites and red and Native American and all coming together, showing the world what's never been shown before, showing the world these beautiful interracial couples. I mean, we have the most diverse population in our freaking church, in the whole freaking state of Pennsylvania, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Give me a break. But they can't show that because that's just going to break their little narrative. It's going to show all those little slaves on their slave camps. We don't have to listen to those stupid politicians in the Democratic Party that's trying to rule over us to keep us enslaved on internet ghettos and real ghettos under their totalitarian rule. It may show them something else. It may show them a different narrative. It may show them a different possibility. It may show them a different reality. But if the people start seeing that, if the people start getting together of every race, creed, color, and background and say, yes, we're going to stand for human rights. Yes, we're going to stand for the gifts God gave us. Yes, we're going to stand for natural rights. Yes, we want poor people to be able to defend themselves. Yes, we want women to be able to feel safe wherever they go. Yes, we want to stand for one another, and we don't want to be ruling like totalitarians. If people they dare think like that, oh my goodness, my. And that all these things come from God, and it's shown in Scripture, and they get to wear crowns, and Bilderberg and the Satanists, the fake monarchies, collapse. And they get to have rods of iron to be able to defend themselves in their civilization. Oh my goodness, you can't have that. And they play classical music at their ceremonies. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. They are shishing their pants. Mm-hmm. They are diarrhea diapering their pants. Oh my gosh. They got a sanitary emergency. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous, folks. But you can see how petrified they are. They are freaking out. And the first thing totalitarians do when they freak out is say, ban it, ban it, ban it, ban it, ban it. It's like the hot mother. Ban, 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 you're banned, you're banned. I mean, we're not banning people's religion. We let the protesters protest right in front of us. We don't care. They look like idiots. They look like stupid idiots talking about pickles for peace or whatever the hell they're. I mean, they look like they're total nutbags. They are the ones who are being exposed for standing up against human rights, against poor people being able to defend themselves, against impoverished populations being able to rise up and change their future and destiny. And they're the ones who are against women being able to travel freely and have the means of protection upon them and their household. They're the ones who are against single mothers who are totally vulnerable to physical attack in hard neighborhoods. These people are the most immoral, unethical, degenerate, wicked, demonic fools that you'll ever see. And they're being exposed. They're trying to shut down a small little YouTube channel. That, by the work of Spirit World and the work of Almighty God, is now spreading over the entire world. The entire world. I mean, golly, we plan this. We have blessings every year. And we plan
twice a year.
6+ months ago. And Father said very clear, bring crown, bring rod of iron. So we said, yes, sir. We had no idea that it's going to be freaking worldwide news. And the BBC and Newsweek and US News Daily and New York Times and whatever, all these Fox News and everything will be covering this. Pick up some of those articles. Let's pick up some of those articles and let's get some of those pictures. Wow, there's an amazing picture of Lowell. Did you see him?
Yes, I did.
That dude looks incredible.
Very kingly.
Hey, let's show that picture. He looks like a freaking king out of a movie. Oh my goodness. Just type in PA Church AR-15 or something like that. There we go.
That's it.
There's one. CBS News. It'll go up. Let me see the title. CBS News. Hundreds gather at church for blessing ceremony featuring AR-15s. Is that Richard Panzer at the top? Yeah, there's Panzer. There's Panzer there, holding his rod of iron and having a crown. Wow, it's so shocking. They can't have that. They can't have people see it for themselves because they might like it. And they might say, God, that was beautiful. They might say, like the media that was there trying to slam us, some of the media were telling our people, that was the most beautiful ceremony I've ever seen. They came for blood. They came for a mass shooting. They came for, seeing freaking Parkland, Florida. Oh, by the way, who the FBI and the government screwed up, and the freaking sheriff stand out where children are being massacred and murdered, these pieces of trash, and now the polls are against, the polls are now out, showing that people blame the government for Florida. See, the devil tried to use that to destroy the blessing, to try to kill the blessing that was going to happen, he knew. So he tried to use the Parkland, Florida event to kill the blessing. But then it comes out that the Parkland, Florida event was a mishap of government.
Yes.
And probably most likely a false flag. The FBI knew 39 times about this idiot. For 7 years, they visited him 39 plus times, did nothing about it. They had incidents where he was pointing loaded guns at people and they didn't do nothing about it. Larry Pratt exposed the fact that they're actually getting federal funding if they can show that they have a lower crime rate, which means that they just simply don't report the crime. Mm-hmm. And that's why this kid was able to be a nutbag, which he was. He was on SSRIs, he was on psychotropic drugs, none of them being reported. Mm-hmm. But the media cannot control the narrative anymore. Alternative news, all the questions, the real reporters coming out, journalists coming out, asking the question. And what happened? The Parkland, Florida shooting has now flipped on their head, and it's now making the totalitarians and leftists and the big government demons look terrible. Because they're saying, give up all your guns and give it to the government that screwed up this thing, that didn't go in to protect young children, let them die. Give your guns to them. Are you kidding me? No, go back up. Okay, go ahead, go down, keep going down. Okay, there, stop moving so fast. Okay? Push it up all the way so we see the picture. There you go. Get it in the middle. Come on, tech team. These young boys are training right now, okay? So they're a little. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. They never thought they're going to see a ceremony with classical music, white robes, and pink robes. They thought they're going to see like death metal and yeah. Because that's how they have to portray all AR-15 owners, and that's how they have to portray all gun owners as some crazed lunatics, which they are, because they are the crazed lunatics that want to centralize all the AR-15s and M16s to themselves so they can do whatever the hell they want and censor political views and criminalize dissent and do everything they want, running pedophile cults, allying with the Catholic Church, which also runs pedophile cults, allying with the corporate media, allying with the Bilderberg and Chi-Com that organ harvest poor Asian people. These people are the biggest demons on earth. Zuckerberg giving the cloud technology to the freaking Chinese killers. That's like giving it the dang triad gang, but just on the national level. Do you want to give your bank account information if you live in Chinatown to the freaking triads? That's what you're doing. That's what they're doing. If you lived in Brooklyn, would you want to give all your bank account data and everything to the freaking mob? That's what they're doing. We are under full-on attack, full-on assault. They're shutting us down. They're trying to come after us. They're trying to shut down our channels and our live streaming capabilities so we can't reach more people because they fear the optics, they fear the message, they fear God because they know they're so evil, they know they're so sick, they know they're so degenerate, they know they're so wicked, and they know they're going to hell. That's why they're always trying to live forever, trying to avoid hell, and get into AI technology and life extension technology and merging with cyborgs and this crazy AI cult that they're in, having sex with AI dolls. I mean, these people are despicable, sick, mentally deranged crazies. And they're afraid of poor Asians and dark-skinned people and Hispanics and wearing crowns and having lots of iron. Oh my gosh, they are crapping their britches for this. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at some of these pictures. Go ahead, move down slow. Look at that. One of our sisters looking fabulous in a beautiful white gown with a crown and also her AR-15. Look at that. That's a powerful woman right there.
That's a beautiful picture. Yeah.
They actually made her look really good there. Okay. Go ahead, keep going down.
A beautiful woman with an AR. Yeah.
They're saying, holy crap, this can't, boy, oh boy, Christianity better not, if Christianity catches on to this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Because Christianity does have the moral high ground. Jesus did sacrifice himself for the rest of the world. Christianity has the moral high ground of the blood of Christ. They have the moral high ground of the God of love. They have the moral high ground. Our civilization is just better than the hellhole dystopian totalitarian control freak hellhole that socialist communism and the immorality of the left creates. They are the most immoral, decrepit, degenerate control freaks on the planet. They're complete totalitarians posing as little cat lovers and little greenie vegetarians. They're hardcore, murderous, villainous devils that have no problem killing you and cutting your freaking head off with guillotines in FEMA camps because you disagree with them and because you believe in the Bible. Oh, they're crazy. Look at this. Oh, they can't have a Japanese guy. They can't have a Japanese guy with a crown, a bullet crown at that.
Are those 223s?
223s and 3030s, I believe.
Does he have 33s as well?
They can't have that. They can't have they can't have them Asian slaves. They can't have them Asian slaves wearing crowns and thinking that they can be free and thinking they can have a rod of iron. Oh, no, they can't have that. Oh, they can't have that. Woo!
I thought Japanese were peaceful people. How come he's wearing a bullet crown?
I mean, golly, they can't have that. Boy, if that starts spreading around the world, oh my! If these ideas and these ideologies and this theology start spreading around the world, oh, that'd be a bad day for these freaks.
That'd be a bad day. Bad day.
Damn, that'd be a bad day for these
Very bad
freaks.
day.
Okay,
Very
keep going
bad
now.
Can't have that.
Look at these bozos. Go to another article. Get the one with Lowell. They took an incredible picture of Lowell, actually.
Yeah,
he looks fantastic. Let's go to another one with some pictures there. Go to another one. What is that? NewYorkDailyNews.com, second one. Okay, let's go to ABC. All right, that's fine. Go, keep going down. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There's the the elementary school that was next door. No, this is their Twitter or something. This is Twitter. What else we got there?
Oh, here I got Lowell's picture here.
All right, where you got it on? It was on Fox News the other day. It was on Fox News.
On what's this site here?
Anyways, some of these pictures were fantastic. I think AOL.com actually has another. AOL carried our. I mean, this is freaking worldwide news. Mm-hmm. AOL, New York News Daily, CBS, ABC, NBC, Reuters. You know what I'm saying? Daily Mail, Sun. I mean, it's like it's this. You're talking about world level news, and that's why the family fraud is so pissed. They're so angry because they try to pay for that. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars trying to give them to some stupid, a third world country dictator and try to get get media coverage, and they can't get crap because you can't buy this kind of media. You have to have the fortune of heaven. And the devil thinks he's trying to use this against us, but then it's blown up in his face every time he's trying to use it against us, and then it's only making us look better. It's only making us, the ideas spread further. It's only giving people the hope of China Gok into a greater extent, because the more they try to censor, the more they try to ban, the more people will create their own YouTube webs, download the sites, download the services, download the sermons, download the ceremonies, and put them out.
I sent Lowell's picture to the tech team.
These totalitarian demons are completely shishing their pants. Oh my gosh. Oh, they can't believe it. They can't believe after they, by trying to smear us at a worldwide level, trying to tell the world how crazy we are, it flips in their face, bomb blows up in their mouth, the weapons formed against us switch over. Whoa, there's Low, there's Low. Look at him. Look at Low. Dang, look at Low, man. Oh! He looks incredible. Look at him.
Defending his kingdom.
Look at that, man. That is a king right there. He's exuding royalty right there.
Yes.
That is Low the First, king of the Ellensons, standing with Christ and Christ's kingship itself.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that dude. He looks tremendous. Look at him. He looks incredible. I mean, that's an epic shot. He might as well be shooting a movie.
Central casting, yes.
Oh my gosh, these idiots make us look so good. Because people are so sick of their crap. They're sick of the fake CNN. They're sick of Anderson Cooper. They're sick of transgenderism being stuffed down their throat, telling they have to be attracted to transgendered. What are they? I guess they're transgender girls. They're men that say they're girls. We're told we have to sexually crave them, and if we don't, we're racist and we're transphobe. These people are sick. They're completely deranged lunatics. They're the lunatics trying to run the loony bin. But this is what you get with centralized power, and this is what you get with government. You always get the most crazy psychopathic people, and the ones that pretend not to be wearing suits, little politician suits, and pretending they love old granny, when they want to rule over you and disarm you and censor you and destroy any hope that you may have in God's kingdom.
Oh, did you see the one with the Queen holding the golden AR beside the American flag?
I did see that. I did see that. Okay, keep going down. Let's see some of those pictures there. Look at that. They got Carolyn, the sweetest lady, Carolyn.
Yes.
Carolyn and Martha with their hair. There they are. There they are. Oh, she's such an existential threat to them. Wow, they can't have old ladies.
Oh, don't say
old white ladies in their 60s. Oh, no, I guess,
I encourage you not to go there.
They can't have white ladies in their 60s. Yes. Okay. Coming off the liberal farms, even and saying, hey, no, I have a right. Not only a constitutional right, not only a legal right, not only a physical right, but a God-given right.
Human right.
A God-given human right.
Yes, natural right.
To have
all
sovereignty
all of God's
and
children.
to be able to defend myself from evil.
Yes.
And anybody who says the shotgun is superior in defending your house, you're smoking crack. That's if you live in a freaking communist favela where all the apartments are the same and you're living in like 100 square foot places, which North Korea does and which they want to get Americans used to. But if you have an acre, if you have 2 acres, if you have 3 acres of land, you're not going to defend that with a shotgun, okay? The only way you can defend it with a shotgun is if a dude is already in your dang house. That's too late. That is your tactical perimeter. That's bad if he's breaking through your tactical perimeter. That is terrible. If he's breaking through the interior of your house, you've already screwed up on so many levels. There's no way you can defend 5 acres of land with a shotgun. There's no way. Against a group of marauding thugs. No way. It's much harder. How are you going to hit somebody who's out there behind trees and 3 acres, even 10 acres of land, 40 acres of land? How are you going to defend them with a shotgun? You're going to have to wait for them to literally be on your doorstep while they shoot you up with high-power rifles. There's no way you can fight that. That's why they fear the AR so much. Because the AR and the rod of iron gives people power. It allows somebody who's weaker to be stronger. It allows the underdog to win. It allows those who are just trying to honestly live win against those who want to violently intrude and rape and steal resources by the immorality of socialism, communism, and or by criminality itself. Which socialism is. A fundamentally immoral, criminal ideology. No matter how much you try to perfect criminality, you can't get criminality to be perfect. No matter how perfect system of stealing you try to do, it's still stealing. And you're not going to be able to defend 3, 4, 5, 8 small little lands with a shotgun. You want your children, you want to have lots of children, and you want to be able to train them with an AR. So you basically become a small little SWAT team against any demonic intruders that try to take over that kingdom or try to steal forcefully the blessings of that kingdom. By the way, just like any king and queen does. Any nation state, any king, queen defends their territory. Oh, but it's bad if you do it, you see. Oh, but you can't do it because you're a slave. And this is why now YouTube is coming up. The giant of YouTube, okay?
Which is owned by Google.
Which is owned by Google. It is Google.
Yes.
Okay, who's Peter Schmidt of Google, who resigned the day after Trump declared a national emergency, which he did, by the way, against people who are massive corruption and or human trafficking, which is basically, he's going to go after the pedophile networks, and he's going to go after those who are colluding with government to bring about their aim through propaganda, i.e. George Soros buying and paying for, Linda Sarsour and the Women's March and Black Lives Matter and CNN. And the day after he declared that, Peter Schmidt of Google resigns. Why? Is he one of the people who are human trafficking? Wouldn't be surprised. He looks like a disgusting Silicon Valley, despicable, weak, pathetic, beta male devil that can only get sexual resources and can only get more sexual fantasies for himself. By doing it through power and centralization and collusion. I mean, in the end, this is why these crazies genetically are craving that power. They know they can't compete with honest people. They know they can't compete in it. That's why they hate competition. They know they can't compete on the normal playing field. So since they know they can't compete on the normal playing field against strong men and strong women, they want to create an alternative playing field, which is a monopolized playing field where nobody can compete against them and where they can hold on to power through the use of force, which they'll collude to themselves if they can gather enough resources, which is the reason why they'll work as groups and as teams to gather as much resources as possible. And of course, this has been the weakness of the Patriot movement. Everybody's so independent, everybody's so self-reliant that everybody can live. A lot of them, the majority of them can actually live and survive on farms alone. But the problem is, because the Patriot movement is so independent and because it's so self-reliant, it doesn't stick together. Like the socialists that stick together, but they have an aim for that. They have the promise of power. They have the promise of resources. They have the promise of stealing. They have the promise of, money and girls. Money and sex. That's their promise. Just how radical Islam is about money, resources, and sex. Promising their freaking jihadis 72 sex virgins when they die. I mean, it's all about licentious, immoral sex. And that's how they brainwash these dumb young boys to buy into this crap. Into the mob. Why do you think all those young kids were going to the mob? They get the girls, they get the hoes, and they get the money. This is what is happening with Google being caught on by Project Veritas, YouTube, Twitter, being caught, high executives talking about they want to ban dissenting views, anything that they don't like, they flag. They review your content. Oh, they can't have a beautiful ceremony with the rod of iron, crowns. Oh, they can't have that. They can't have an elegant, classical music, robes flowing, beautiful ceremony. They can't have that. Because they have to paint their opponents as misfits that want to bring down their Chi-Com power. When all the people that are doing the Patriot movement is trying to stand for human rights. And there's a problem. The problem with the Patriot movement is everybody's so independent and everybody's so self-reliant that they don't stick together. That's why they fear the rod of iron theology and the crowns of rod of iron theology. They fear that so bad. Because, oh my gosh, those independent people, oh my gosh, those self-reliant people, if they gather together and can be united upon the Bible and the moral high ground of Christianity, and they can understand that crowns of the rod of iron, the poimeno, the shepherding with the rod of iron, the protecting with the rod of iron, and they actually connect that and start bearing arms. Holy crap, our system is over. Our hoes are no more. We don't get no more resources by stealing and theft. It's gonna all come crashing down if the churches start doing this. Oh my gosh. That's probably a time which they will actually say, oh my God. The fear of God be put in their diaper diarrhea britches. Those disgusting, despicable, totalitarian censoring poor Asian people doing a religious ceremony with classical music. Oh my gosh, ridiculous. But it shows you how weak and pathetic they are. It shows you how totally defeated they are. They've already lost because it's released into the atmosphere. It's already done, you dumb idiots. It's already released. And the more you try to ban us, the more you try to censor us, the more you try to put us on internet ghettos, the more people will download the links, put them on their YouTube channel and create 10 extra ones and spread it. Because you can't stop it now, you totalitarian pimps. It's been released into the atmosphere, and the whole world is waking up, and you helped it with your liberal news media trying to smear us worldwide on CNN and NBC and ABC and New York News Daily and BBC and Daily Mail and Newsweek. You idiots helped spread it, and now it will never come back, and his kingdom is coming. Your time is done. For when the gospel of the kingdom is preached, so then shall the end come. And that's the word of God. We'll be right back after the short break. Stay with us, folks.